Hello, everybody, and welcome back. Today, I'm going to be going on the internet on YouTube, and today I'm trying to install a shelf. I went to Home Depot and I bought, I think it was 10 feet by 4 feet, a big sheet of wood. And because I have a Ford Escape, you think to yourself, how do you fit a 4 foot by 10 foot piece of wood inside your vehicle? Yeah, if you're able to do that, please shoot me a video and show me how you did it. Because I'm not trying to be funny, not trying to pull a fast one on you guys, but because I'm making a shelf, basically what I had one of the employees at Home Depot do for me was take the 10 foot by 4 foot piece of wood, cut it in half, and then cut it in half again. So um, that's how I took one piece of wood, it got cut and cut again. So it turned out to be four pieces of wood, and easily I was able to put the wood inside my Ford Escape. And basically, I'm going on YouTube trying to see how these people on YouTube recommend to put a. It's almost like a bookshelf. What I'm trying to do, but it's more like a floating shelf, and trying to let my computer load. So I want to get a couple ideas from YouTubers, see what they have to say, and we'll be back in a second. Okay, and we are back. So I'm on YouTube. I'm going to type in how to. Come on, machine. Oh, great. Come on. It's not letting me type. Come on. Okay, how to how to make a floating. Oh, there it is. How to make a floating shelf. Okay. It says, "Oh wow, that looks nice." The first one that came out, it's by wow, it's DIY creators, 4.9 million views 2 years ago. Floating shelves can now. Excuse me, everybody. I like this guy, whoever this is already. It says easy DIY floating shelves, no bracket, DIY creators, floating shelves can enhance any, but I am going to use a bit of a bracket or a brace. Huh. Oh, but that one, yeah. 4 inch. Let's see. Man, that guy looks like he did a great job. 4 million views. Wow. That looks good, but that doesn't look easy. Oh, that's a lot of work, though. Floating shelves. Man, that's too much work. Yeah, that's nice how they float that, but I need to put installing floating shelves on the subway tile. Yeah. Making oak wall shelves. That kind of looks good. That's a 13-minute video. Wow, man, these guys. You know what? Um, it's only a what do we got? 4 minutes on there. 7-minute video. Okay, so let's see. Does this guy talk or does he? What does he do? Wow, my computer's so slow. All right, well, we'll come back in a sec. Okay, and I'm back. So the DIY creator is giving a list of things that are needed to make a floating shelf.
Build your shelves. You'll need one 2-inch by 8-inch by 8-foot lumber. You'll also need a 36-inch oak dowel. And in any hardware store, you can have the lumber cut to size. But for those who have tools, all you need is a circular saw, a drill, a sander, and a 1/2-inch bit. Now I want to cut this lumber down into 3 equal parts, but being that I have a chipped corner, I'm going to mark and then remove that first. The final length of each board will be just shy of 31 inches. And after marking the area, I'm going to now add a piece of support under the bottom to catch the wood after it's cut. I also want to check the depth of my blade so I don't go all the way through the support, so I'm going to lift the saw up a bit just so it barely touches the support. And using a speed square is a quick and simple way to keep the saw straight as you're ripping through the lumber. Now repeat the same step 2 more times and that'll get you 3 shelves. Next, I'm using a 3-foot section of 1/2-inch dowels, and what I'm going to do is mark that to 4 inches, and you should end up with 9 pieces. It's going to be 3 of these per shelf. Now, the next thing we want to do is mark 3 locations for the dowels. I'm going to mark the very middle and then 2 inches from the outside on both sides. Next, you want to find the center point of each line and put a mark. Now I'm going to take a 1/2-inch bit and then I'm going to put tape around it, and this is going to be setting the depth of the dowel. You can use a Phillips screwdriver or an awl to mark the point, and this would help the bit to stay focused and not wander off. Now just repeat the same step for all 9 holes. And while this is clamped, let's go ahead and sand it down and clean up this area. Now I do feel like it would be easier to drill the hole first, then cut the wood, because this way I know everything will be lined up perfectly. I'm going to use the guide that came with the circular saw and set it to make an 1.5 inch cut, then lock it in place. And of course, if you have a table saw, this would be a much easier process to tackle, and you can go ahead and rip that on your table saw as well. And with this demonstration I'm showing with the circular saw, I just want to be sure to hold on with the circular saw with 2 hands if need be to try and control the saw so it doesn't wander off. Now it will be easy to get these mixed up, so what we want to do is mark each one of them and also put marking points so we know which side go where and which piece go with which piece. I used the 1/2-inch bit and also 1/2-inch dowels. Now this make it difficult for the dowels to slide in and out of the holes, so that's fine for the back part of the shelf and we want to hammer that in. But for the front side of the shelf, I'm going to mark these and then sand down this section here. We need the extended part of the dowel to slide in and out of the shelves fairly easy. And the best way for me to sand this down was to place one side in the chuck of my drill, and then I'll take sandpaper and hold it alongside of the dowel. Now you don't want to overdo it, you just want to make sure that the dowel slide in and out of the hole easily. Now just repeat the same process over and over until all of them is done. Now you can move on to sanding down all the shelves, and you can also round over the ends using a router, or you can use the sander. So right now I'm going to line up the pieces, I'm going to drop the dowel pins inside of them, and I'm going to hammer those down. We want to lock them in place at this point. You can use wood glue, but I think they're tight enough that we don't really need it. And as you can see here, the pins slide in and out of the shelf just fine, and that's really what I was going for. So just repeat the same steps for the remaining shelves. The next thing I want to do is to lock the shelf into place. So what I'm going to do is install a screw right through the dowel and into the wood.
Oh, I see what he's doing.
This to be tight, so put a clamp in this area here, pre-drill, and countersink the screw. And although you could add one at each dowel section, I believe one in the middle would be just fine. So to prep the shelf to take the stain, I'm going to use 1 coat of Minwax pre-stain conditioner. For the viewers that aren't really familiar with the pre-stain conditioner, what this does is to help avoid any blotchiness from your stain. And after the conditioner dries, I'm going to lightly sand it down, and the next step will be adding the stain. Now there is a few ways to apply stain. My favorite technique is the wipe-on technique, where you just apply it and then you remove it with a rag. Okay. And I also like to use the Minwax gel stain. The next step to finishing the shelf is putting on a top coat, and I'm going to be using a spray-on polyurethane. Now I usually add 2 to 3 layers of top coat and sand lightly between each one of them. When it comes to the polyurethane, you can use the brush-on version, the wipe-on version, or you can just spray. Now, I do prefer to use a spray for a project like this because it's less mess and you don't have to worry about a whole lot of cleanup. The first step to mounting the shelves, we want to add a few holes in the back bracket, and to do so, you want to level that, then find the stud in the wall. Next, make a mark on the back bracket and on the wall. If you don't...
now I understand how this guy was thinking, the whole cutting the wood and putting the dowels. So just to give you guys a visual, he's going to he put the dowels, he put the wood, and obviously he's going to put screws. So that's and then he'll slide on the wood on there. Okay, so that's basically how he's doing it, installing with the dowels. And let's just pause and I'm just gonna skip over when he inserts. Oh, it's a minute. It's a minute. So
have a stud finder, you could use a screw-in wall anchor such as these, which is rated for 50 pounds each. And to speed up the process, we're going to transfer the marking over to the other 2 pieces of wood. Then we're going to put some cross marks on those and drill a hole there. Now I just eyeballed this section here, but all you need to do is drill about 1/2 inch in because we want the screw to be able to go through the wood.
Let's pause everything. Okay, we are back. Let's press play.
With the shelf itself.
Okay,
now
so
you're going to place the wood over the mark that you put on the wall and screw into the stud. And again, if you didn't have a stud finder, you'll be screwing these into a wall anchor. Now align the shelves with the dowel pin and slide the shelf into place. Repeat the same process for the remaining shelves and add the safety screw. You could also use a piece of scrap wood to help you space the shelves properly. Now align the shelves with the dowel pin.
Just wanted to show what he did. So he's aligning the dowel pins, and that's how he's making it a floating shelf. And he does 2 more. I think I'm gonna do a slightly different approach. How I'm gonna make mine. Anyways, so okay, I'm learning something. So this is just me, a video trying to see how to make a floating shelf. But I need to make a shelf that has brackets or braces. But this guy gave me a good idea as to how to put these floating shelves up. Okay, everybody, if you like the content, subscribe. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If yeah, I just came online to find out how to make a shelf. All right, everybody, catch y'all in the next one.